Two trailers for Fox's Deadpool have hit the web. One red band and one green band. So let's get into some of the things you may have missed from those. Namely the red band one, because green band, get out of here. Bear in mind though that there may be spoilers for the upcoming movie, out February 2016, but also bear in mind that these videos aren't always accurate. If that upsets you, I am sorry. Leave your postal address below and I will send you some money. First up, something fairly obvious. This film looks as if it's recreated the Deadpool test footage that got leaked online last year. It appears fairly shot for shot. Some of the differences being that the new version is live action. Well, mostly. The henchmen he takes out aren't cookie cutter molds of each other, and some of the lines used in that appear in different parts of the trailer. Couple of things on the costume. Now, I don't think anybody missed this, but Ryan Reynolds takes a shot at his previous superhero role, Green Lantern, by requesting that his new superhero suit isn't green or animated. The trailer for the trailer also takes a jab at his last appearance as Deadpool by mentioning how Fox had his mouth sewn shut the first time we saw him. Okay, let's take a look at some of the characters that appear and how they relate to Deadpool. This guy is probably Dr. Killbrew or a variation on him. He headed up the Weapon X program that turned Wade Wilson into Deadpool. That's the same Weapon X program that Wolverined Wolverine. This is Ajax, who was Killbrew's assistant. He's actually received a number of enhancements that turned him superhuman. This person is Angel Dust, a mutant who can increase her adrenaline, hence making her temporarily super strong. And it looks like she's also working for Killbrew. Now, the name Deadpool actually stems from the whole Weapon X program, as there was a dead pool. I'm actually doing finger quotes. Nah, I'm not, but you can't see. On which patient would be the next to die. When Wade Wilson escaped, which from the trailer it looks like that we will see, he decided to adopt that name. Okay, this guy, this is Weasel, Deadpool's longtime associate and friend. Here is Blind Al, a parental figure / prisoner of Deadpool. In the comics, he was sent to kill her, but decided not to, and they ended up having this bizarre, torturous mentor / mentee relationship. For some reason, she has two Deadpool figurines in her room. Are these store-bought? Did she make them? Where do these come from? Look, Deadpool's pretty meta. He's one of the few comic book characters who's actually aware that he's in a comic. And there's no real explanation for that. So I'd be surprised if there was any explanation for this. Wade Wilson's wife, Vanessa, also has abilities of her own. She's actually able to shapeshift down to a molecular level. So unlike Mystique, who can only replicate the look of a person, she can actually take on their appearance and powers, though this does prove taxing on her in the long term. I'm going to take a punt that that's her towards the end of the trailer inside this chamber, which is a similar condition to how we see Wade Wilson earlier. Perhaps Ajax has her and is performing experiments that end up giving her her powers. Also, this sign, that's a bloody Chekhov's gun if ever I saw one. Someone better be going into a propeller or a jet or through a propeller into a jet. We see a couple of X-Men, one of which being Colossus, who looks amazing. The uniform indicates that he is still part of the X-Men team, just portrayed by a different actor this time around. We also see Negasonic Teenage Warhead, a student who studied under Emma Frost. It looks as if she'll also suit up as one of the X-Men, as photos have been released of her in costume. How these two factor into the next X-Men movie that's set in the 80s is unclear. I'd say probably not much at all, as Deadpool appears to be mostly set in the present day. A few last quick things. Now, we don't see Deadpool's healing factor at work, but we can assume it'll be present from this wound that he receives. He does have super rapid healing, even quicker than that of Wolverine. Well, depending on the version, he is just all over the shop. We see the signs Nicieza and Fabian. Fabian Nicieza has written a number of comics for Marvel, including X-Force and Deadpool. So that's a nice little nod. And lastly, they cut out the Stan Lee strip club announcer cameo that was shown in the Comic-Con trailer. But rest assured, he is there, watching, waiting, seemingly living forever. How does he do it? I don't know. He's the best. Thanks everyone, that'll do it. Now if you liked this, I've got a series of videos on things you may have missed from trailers that you are more than welcome to check out, as well as a bunch of videos on all the Easter eggs and references from certain films, the latest being Ant-Man, and the one before that being Jurassic World. I don't remember. I'll link those playlists below, along with my podcast, The Weekly Planet, that covers movies and comics and TV shows. This Monday we'll be talking Fantastic Four. That one should really be something. What did you think of the new Deadpool trailer? Impressed? And of course, if there is anything that you feel I've missed from these trailers, please feel free to leave your thoughts below. Alright, thanks everyone. Take care.